This video is made possible by my YouTube members Eddie Engelman, Cassandra Ontiveiros and Werder Navarrete Ortega, plus my only Patreon member Roland. Thank you all guys, it means a lot to me. Here's the video. Hi, today is 17th of December 2022 and it is the time for our real estate market overview, and here I want to tackle some kind of misconception which I think a lot of real estate investors are having. I've had some real estate investors saying that okay, at the moment there is a war in Ukraine, let's wait for it to finish, then we consider investing in Estonia. But actually some things are counterintuitive of what's going to happen after the war in Ukraine ends. Okay, let's say this scenario that the war ends, Russia kind of loses the war and Ukraine wins. Maybe there is a change in the political landscape in Russia, maybe there is not, but let's say Ukraine is safe. So what's going to happen next? A lot of people think that there will be massive rebuilding of Ukraine. Maybe not going to be likely, because all those old businesses were very which were destroyed were very energy hungry, so they used a lot of cheap energy, and most of those businesses were business plan was cheap energy, but cheap energy was coming from Russia, so this is not going to happen. Those billion euros steel plants and energy hungry businesses are never going to be rebuilt, so no investment in that. Some of the places are so bombed into pieces that it makes no sense to rebuild the same city. It's going to be cheaper to leave that city and build a new one next to it. And maybe a smaller one, because a lot of those Ukrainians, their kids went to school, for example, in Estonia or in Germany. They already have a work, they have studied the local language. They're not coming back, everyone, especially if those bombed out cities. So if you put all these pieces of information together, Ukraine will be a changed country. Yes, there will be new businesses. For example, in Estonia we have a lot of IT companies who have made their headquarters in Estonia. A lot of those Ukrainian IT companies, they're global anyway, so they have moved to Estonia. Yes, they will open some offices again as far away as the border as possible. And also think about this, why would you invest a lot of billions if Ukraine still will be bordering Russia? So businessmen think a little bit different, so this is kind of a thing you should also think about. What will happen with the real estate in Estonia? Two things when the war ends. Two things will happen. A lot of people are renting apartments, both Ukrainians and Russians. So if the war ends, depending if there is a change in the regime, maybe a lot of people will go back to Russia and Ukraine. Obviously the rental market will suffer quite a lot, because these are not one or two people. These are thousands of people, and because 70% of all the work in Estonia is in Harjumaa. This is Tallinn and adjacent municipalities. So what will happen? Rental prices will drop. Some of those rental investors who have bought properties to rent out have to pay still their loans, but they are not going to have a renter. So they'll have to sell, and it will snowball into a big decline. Okay, so that was it. That was kind of exprompt. Today is minus a lot of degrees, -8. So here is a bonus view for you from my window. Like and subscribe, and see you in another video. Cold, cold, cold. I have some birds there too.